Throw Gang, a quick word before we get into it. We were lucky enough to link up with our close personal celebrity friend Jonah Hill for a quarantine-centric episode of the only podcast that matters. We actually recorded this back in May when we were fully on lockdown and hadn't gotten haircuts for 3 months. So, without further ado, Chef, hit that motherfucking weedus.
I'm Jonah Hill, and you're listening to Throwing Fits, the only podcast that matters.
Jonah, I'm going to let you finish, but first, Lawrence has the greatest ad read of all time. After 4 years of shilling dick pills, ass wipes, fugazi couches, and jeans, we finally landed an ad partner that makes sense. It's the Throwing Fits X Grailed Collection.
Ladies and gentlemen, we finally got them. Grailed.com and the Grailed app are now the proud presenting sponsor of the only podcast that matters. All cops are bastards. Fuck all cops. But when it comes to cops, the only cops we acknowledge are Copping Johns, and James and I are two professional podcasters who also happen to be two enthusiastic John Coppers as well. We have created an artisanal hand-picked selection of our favorite listings on Grailed right now. You can access that via our Instagram stories, via our link tree in our Instagram bio, via our Twitter feed, and even right here in the handy dandy show notes description of this here episode with our close personal friend, Jonah Hill. We're going to be updating this every week. 50 for my beautiful, lusciously locked dome piece. 50 from your fucking weird, fake-ass Jack Harlow thing that you have
TikTok
going on.
bedhead. Just get on hair TikTok.
Yeah, this is, like James said, this makes too much sense not to do. The lights have been off since we launched, but they're back on, and we are motherfucking shining. We're going nuclear.
When did you start wearing a bandana? I haven't seen you in months.
Okay, all right. Well, actually, you know what? I should cop some new bandanas on Grailed.com. Grailed, a better way to cop, bitch.
Chef, hit us with that motherfucking transition, baby. Throw Gang, I don't say this every week, but we are joined by the Sultan of Swearing, the fourth Beastie Boy, the collaboration king, the surf swami, get off his wave kook, the only press guy in LA, the Don Dada of Adidas, the Titan of the Three Stripes, the number one fan of the only podcast that matters, writer, director, actor, and most importantly, fit god, our close personal celebrity friend, Jonah Hill.
Oh my God, that intro. You're always good, but that one hit home. That had a lot of fire in it.
It hits different. It hits different when it's fucking good in quarantine.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
I don't know if you've been watching The Last Dance, but you know, for us, this is you're our GOAT, so we have to bring it every night, like MJ himself. It's that simple.
Guys,
You're game six.
Yeah.
You're game six, 98 game
That was
six.
the best intro. That was the best intro ever. It made me smile.
Feel free to clip that out, and I'll invoice you later for the royalties. To me personally, not Throwing Fits, just to James.
Right. Well, I'm telling you, I told you earlier, and tell your audience again, I'm a Patreon subscriber.
Yes.
But let's be clear, I'm the lowest tier.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm like bare minimum to get I just want the fucking Patreon onlys because I got nothing to listen. You know,
Jonah,
I need content, man. Like, you know,
maybe that 23 Jump Street check will hit, and you can level up to 10 or 15 or 20.
Yeah, one day. Well, listen, man, we appreciate that. Again, like I said, like we were lying to everyone about you being a patron. Now all of our lies seem true, which is kind of how James and I reverse engineer the truth typically. Yep. Jonah, the first thing you want to do for all the fans at home, what are you wearing? Let's do a fit check, dog.
Oh my God. I got a real, I thought about this because I was like, I don't want to put in too much effort.
Yeah, right. Sure.
Right?
Want to be cool.
So I got some good shit. So
Do you want to start top down or bottom up? This is
Come on, bro. Come on.
Fuck 12. Fuck 12.
You think I'm about to fall for that one? I'm a fan. I know the thing is I can sneak. I'm not allowed to show you. I'm wearing.
Oh, well, your publicists are very good at their jobs, and this is audio only, no video, so you can get our reaction.
There's no video for real?
No,
well, unless you want to go, you know.
No, I'll get it. Swear to God.
No. Yeah, no video.
No video.
I'll get sued. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, get him.
We'll get sued.
Yo,
I will say this.
A big grand reveal. This is why, listen, man, audio fucking podcast about fashion, we're the best, dude. We're fucking geniuses.
You're for real. You're not going to show this.
No,
absolutely not.
Okay.
No bullshit.
Okay.
Your publicist did say Jonah has a habit of saying things that he wants redacted, so we were like, all right, it's fine. No video.
I'm like, 45% of this will be on the editing room.
Oh, for sure.
Liz is a legend.
All right, so on the feats.
Yeah, what's the feats?
You can't describe anything. You just can give your reaction.
Okay, sure.
Yes.
This is my first shoe with Adidas is a Superstar, and here it is.
Ay, Dios mío.
Let's go.
What? Oh, I mean, my G. Wait, am I crazy? Are there pictures of this? They're online.
There are pictures of it online, but not.
Ooh.
Oh, fuck.
Wow.
There's not pictures of that.
A little
Yeah,
if you know, you know detail.
If you know, you know.
That's some real
That's
YK.
That's a real special, and I'll tell that story when I'm allowed to talk about it.
Of course. Damn. Looking good.
You have our sizing. You have our addresses.
Yeah. Don't forget, we're waiting with bated breath for our flow team package from the GOAT himself.
You guys are first seed list.
Woo!
A-list,
So
baby.
what do you think without giving away any details?
It's classic.
Yes.
It's clean. It's you, baby.
It's clean, yeah. I know we're not on sneakers, right? That's like
Well, no, it's not that we're not. It's not that we're off sneakers. It's that we want people to have options beyond just sneakers, and we're going to get to that. We're going to get to the post.
Oh, I'm right there with you. I mean,
Sure.
I wear Adidas
Absolutely.
because I love Adidas, and I work with them. But when I'm not wearing sneakers, I definitely am up with you. I understand what you're saying.
Oh, we're going to get to the We're going to get to the non-sneaker rotation.
Yeah.
Okay.
The next segment, which is fuck with.
Right.
We're continuing on with the fit check.
Yeah, let's go up. So what kind of socks are we working with in the cribbo?
No socks.
No socks. Really?
Because I couldn't find. I'm not wearing the shoes. That's why I'm barefoot. Okay.
Right. No house shoes.
California lifestyle, huh?
Ooh. No house shoes at all.
In general?
Yeah. Do you have house shoes like Crocs or Birks?
Around the house, no shoes, mostly. But I'll give you the illest, which is the Hastings bedding slipper.
Ooh, deep
It's
cut.
made of. It's the best birthday gift or Christmas gift. It's a good gift. It's expensive, right? So it's a nice gift, but it's they're like slippers made of a duvet.
Ooh. Wait, how much?
Walking on sunshine.
Baller. Let me see how much they are before I decide whether I want
This sounds like some
or not.
This sounds like some Brookstone shit.
Sounds like a Mr. Porter cup.
Yeah, this is some next level.
It's one time I was trying to buy a bed or something, and then
Flexed.
Wait, you bought your slippers at the bed store?
Dude, so check it out. They have lots of crazy shit like robes and pajamas and stuff.
It's a full brand. It's the B word, the dreaded B word. They're a full 360 brand. Yeah.
Yeah, just sleep culture, dude. They just
Yo, that's a good episode title. Sleep
Snorecore. They're Snorecore.
Oh my.
Yo, Snorecore. All right, we're gonna steal that. That's gonna be ours now. But
That's ours now. Yeah.
Like Sleepy Jones.
Hell yeah. Derek Rose.
Yo, we're about that jammy life, dude. We love being PJ'd up, pajamied down on camera. Hell yeah.
We're napped up in the middle of the day.
I've been enjoying the fit pics that people have been throwing down. And a couple times I almost just did it for you guys.
No.
So weird.
You would break the internet. If you did it,
so weird. I had one fire from my nephew's birthday. I was just on fire, and I was just like, "Dude, should I?" And then I got embarrassed, and I felt shame I didn't.
Wait, who would you ask? Would you ask your fiance to take that fit pic?
Yeah, Gianna. I'd just be like, "Dude," she was like, she encouraged me. She's like, "You should do it." Yeah.
Is her photo roll? Is her photo albums just all fit pics of you? Is she a good fit pic fiance?
Yeah. Is she good on the sticks?
We used to do a bit where we were going to start a fake influencer Instagram, in front of all the places, with the peace sign and stuff, the pink wall and all that shit,
Yeah.
And we did a few of them and they were funny, and it's kind of a bit, but then she kind of does I do kind of
Damn. If you can send us,
I take pictures of my shit.
if you can send us one fit pic for promotion for this episode, you don't have to, but it would be nuclear.
Okay, I'll try my best.
No pressure.
Yana's like a genius. Like she got the best taste, so she's like she's up on it, you know. So she kind of lets me know when I'm like
She'll art direct it, right?
Yeah, exactly. She lets me know when I'm like batting 1,000. I forgot what was it the other day. It was something I was so hyped on.
Like a new John, like a new piece that you got?
Yeah. Just, I mean, I haven't worn shit besides, like, I haven't worn anything. I'll give you my rundown. So,
okay, yeah.
Next thing's important is for this quarantine.
The shorts.
The Noah baggies, right?
The Noah baggies.
Shep has those.
I was wearing those on the last podcast that we did. They're my favorite shorts too.
They're fire. And so I'm not allowed to wear Patagonia because I'm an Adidas boy for life.
Wow.
Are they competitors?
Yeah. I think they fall on the list of people that are competitive.
Damn, so you've been X'd out of OG baggy wearing, so you got to go to Noah.
So I was like lost. I was lost in the shuffle of like I was like wandering the streets like Ron Burgundy. Like Noah was a bad choice, and then Noah. You know, obviously I like Noah. I know those. I think they're great. They're like I love what they do with the environment and the world. Like I feel like they actually walk the walk when it comes to
they give a shit for real.
Yeah, which is such a dope way
it's refreshing
to have your brand go, you know? Like they just are dope. It makes me like psyched for them that it's like they are cool, they are talented, but they really walk the walk when it comes to caring. And I think that's great. So but then they just one day years ago, probably 2 years ago, when I started like talking to Adidas, I got their swim trunks, and they're just like accidentally the best shorts, right?
Yeah. Wait, do you keep the netting in, or do you cut the netting out?
Well, I keep the netting in, and that's what I rock. That's what I rock.
Yes, thank you. This is a big argument for baggy wearers,
so unbudgeable. I'm not budgeable on my stance on this.
An immovable object.
I think that's psycho to take out.
The brains stay in the baggies.
Yes. We don't blow those brains
because
out.
and so I have them in a bunch of colors, and that's kind of like my, you know, usually I'm wearing like the, you know, Adidas hoodie, the shoes, my Noah shorts, or I'll wear like, you know, get a t-shirt fit off. You know, throw Zabar's hat on it. I don't know. Fuck around, get crazy. Get crazy.
Who makes the sweatshirt you're wearing right now? Is that online?
No, this is for you guys. This is for you guys. I work exclusively with Adidas, but this is something that is made. It is not for sale. The only people that have these sweatshirts are and materials, they're stickers too, are my family, my nephews, G, obviously, Mike D, Spike Jones, and my buddy Max. Okay. That's it.
Wow.
This is Surf Juice, California.
Wait, was this your brand that you were going to launch before Adidas came a knocking?
Oh, look at the back hit. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a big old back hit. Yo,
Surf Jews?
Surf Jews are active right now. Surf Jews have entered the chat.
So this is like not for sale. It's not a brand.
This is friends and family, homies only.
It's just for loved ones and surfers. And like, it's funny to me when like non-Jewish surfers wear it. You know, like my friend's girlfriend has one, and she's like British and like super not Jewish, and I think it's rad, you know, because it's like funny. It's supposed to be like funny,
right?
And this great guy, you know, designed the logo for me, and it was he works with all the cool companies and everything. I just did it. He was like, "Yo, I'm a fan. Like, how can I help with anything?" And I was like, let's talk about this thing. I'm just doing
talk surf Jews.
Let's surf Jews, dude. Surf Jews Inc.
Because if you have one and you ever see someone out in the world, you know we're a common denominator. It's like a link. Like you'd be like, you must know Jonah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So how do we get 4?
You're homies with the
I think I
homies.
gotta hook you guys up.
I mean, bro, at this point,
This
now
is the grail. I mean, if you like how I dress, this is the grail.
Jonah, I want to ask you a question for the
Yeah.
real heads. Have you ever seen the classic film from 1993, I believe, Surf Ninjas?
Yeah, of course.
Oh my God, Quan Su, dude.
Yeah, amazing movie. And North Shore is one of those. So I'm like, I don't know. I think it's funny. It's stupid. And I like the old like 80s surf aesthetic.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's so stupid that I think it might just work.
It just might work.
Yeah, it's not something I would ever like sell or make, but I think it's cool to just have something to give out to friends when you're making clothes, like as I start working with Adidas.
Yeah, it's super cool to have a little gift for a friend when you do their podcast. Like that is very cool. I agree. Yeah.
Jonah, I think you might have
the rest of them except for you for sure. It's a really cool. It's a really cool thing.
Yeah.
I think you might have already answered the question, Jonah. But lest we forget, what are the panties?
Yeah. What's your underwear, bruh?
Oh, netting. What are you talking about? You got a whole
So you go only net. You don't do underwear and netting.
No,
It's California.
just netting, dude.
Got it, dude.
California.
Very chill of you. Very chill vibes. Also, let's not forget, what's the T-shirt under the Surf Jew? No T-shirt.
Again, going fucking commando under the hoodie.
This is quarantine special. This is not. I'm giving you the real. Like
He's nips on hoodie. Your nips on hoodie.
Nips on hoodie.
Yeah, like I could have gone out. Obviously, I could have stunted. I could have like
come through in the row, head to toe.
Like cribs, like prepared for you. You know, did all the whole thing. But I decided to keep it real of what my actually, because what do we want to know right now? We want to know what people are wearing within the quarantine.
For sure.
You stay a little stylish so you don't become a total bum. But you're not trying that hard when you're just chilling all day at home. Like,
yes, that would be
on the group chat beforehand.
Huh?
Go ahead.
No, there's just I was just gonna keep it real and kind of like also kind of that's what I'm interested in. Like I'm interested in what people are rocking during the quarantine. Like who the hell's going all out just to sit on their computer, right?
I didn't change into a shirt just for this Zoom. Let me tell you, I've been wearing this very cool shirt all day. It wasn't just for Jonah Hill.
Yeah,
I like all your fits, huh?
It would be insane to think that the group chat was asking each other what they were going to wear for Jonah on Zoom. That's crazy.
Jonah, let me ask you this. Last time,
look like you went all out. Like it works. It's dope. Like 5 thumbs up. But you thought about it.
So last time, Jonah, you on when you came on the previous podcast that shall not be named, you said that Chuck actually had the best fit that day.
Our mustachioed friend, our mustachioed son.
If you were to look at from basically the nipples up on the 4 dudes here, who do you think is the most fitted? And Lawrence is standing up to show you his neon yellow shorts.
Damn, dude, you know what? It was crazy. Nipples up, I give it to Lawrence.
Oh, what?
But then the shorts kind of ruined it.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I really like that shirt and hat. That's I
feel like Eminem. I just got ethered on my own shit by fucking Jay-Z.
No, you didn't get ethered, man. There's the
other way around. Sorry.
You have to have hate to have ether.
Sure.
It's like the yin yang. It's like the yin yang on the Surf Jews hoodie.
Exactly.
All right, we want to keep
good with the best.
We want to keep it moving because we know you got a whole press run lined up. Jonah, in the next segment, typically this would normally be called "Fuck With Not Fuck With." Lawrence,
working title.
It's still a working title. We're still working on it years later. However, we know you're a positive guy, so we only want to know what you're fucking with. So we're going to alter the name to "Fuck With Just Fuck With"
for you only, because we know you are positive vibes.
Fuck the haters, positive vibes only.
Out there. Yeah.
So we want to know.
The thing we hate are the fucking haters. You scum. Get out of here.
Oh no, we love the haters.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, we can't help that they were born fucked up. We can't help they were born fucked up.
In pain, man, and we gotta love them till they're not in pain.
Fair.
They're born from pain.
Each one, teach one.
Yeah.
Yes, man. That's it.
Some gave all gave some. But anyway, so we want to know, what brands are you fucking with?
Yeah. Maybe in Quar specifically that are affecting your life day to day.
This whole pod is a Quar special.
I have something I wanted to ask you guys about to get into dialogue about that falls under this umbrella.
A dialogue.
No, because I think, there's going to be a lot of feminine opinions.
Sure.
I want to talk about Bodhi.
Bodhi.
So when it first came out, I was like, oh, clearly she's brilliant. The clothes are amazing. She's a genius.
Emily Bodie.
Emily Bodie. Okay, so I don't know her. I'm like, man, she's a genius. But as far as like culturally, you see right away, I was like, this is amazing as far as me getting it to wear.
Right.
I was like, you kind of can't rock it unless it says you're jumping on it right away. It's too out there. Like when I saw like they sent Ezra one, like John Mayer, like right away, Bodie, right? You know, so it's like there's people that get on it like right as it comes out, but it's like Drees. It's so distinct and out there.
Signature.
It's like you can't have the same Bodie jacket as another person.
Well, that's the
flex.
Go
crazy, right?
The flex is getting the one of one versus like the ready to wear because they're different.
So there's two tiers now.
Right, but even stylistically, two people at a party in Bodie style is wild, dude. Because everyone else is dressed like normal. And
Jonah, you're the only one going to parties where you and John Mayer are doing this meeting, bro. That's not where we're not.
I only met John like years ago, and he was incredibly nice. So I don't know.
He rocks,
but no, that's not true. No one's going to any party, first of all.
True.
But
unless you live in the Ozarks.
Yeah.
She's so talented, so there's no like dissing there. It's literally...
It's so distinct. It's so distinct that if you show up, people are like, that's the guy wearing Bodie.
Yeah.
And it's so good that it's so clearly how good it is and how distinct it is makes it hard for me to jump on it because it's so the new thing. It's so good, but it's so distinct. So you're kind of like, you're trying. It feels a little like you're trying.
It's a catch-22, right? Because you don't want to be the guy who tries hard and dies hard, but you do want to be the guy that has an extremely high taste level that supports amazing independent designers. So, like, what do you do, right?
I will say this, Jonah. I feel like
she's brilliant. Like, I think she's a clear. You look at one item of clothing and you're like, this person's like a genius. You know?
Jonah, do you think that moving from New York to LA has you've lost a step a little bit? Because Bodie's been here, Bodie's been percolating here for a minute now. Maybe it's just hitting LA. But Home Goods, what about the Bodie Home Goods? We could plug you with the homies there that could get you some nice
some pillows?
Yeah, some nice fish pillows and shit.
Even I think it's great. It's not my aesthetic. It's not. Right. It wouldn't fit in our spot. You know what I mean? And then to answer your completely rude question, have I lost the steps until in LA? Yes. I mean, it's different. It's funny because now all of my influences, it is from surfing and the beach. So it's like LA is like a weird place. I'm not like into living in LA. Right. I like love the space. I'm grateful to be here right now for sure. Like, to have a little bit of like be able to walk in the nice weather, whatever. But it's cool because I'd go to the beach and surf. So a lot of, different influences come into you. And then you're like, whoa, this thing is totally like.
Yeah. That's a separate vibe. That's like a timeless vibe in a vacuum. That kind of LA beach culture that's like OG, right? It's sick. But
but there's so many waves of it. There's like, the 1950s, like Mickey Dora with like the rate, like there's just that vibe. And then there's like Dogtown. And then there's like Stussy 90s. And then there's like,
now I got this is Rain Spooner, this mask.
Yeah.
Rain Spooner, the OG Hawaiian shirt brand.
And now there's people like, there's a company called Crime and 88 where it's like kind of like Palace style and surfing.
Ooh.
Where surfing is usually that old aesthetic of like, that there's kind of like almost better graphics, better style, more, it's cool. That's what influenced it the most is being at the beach, surfing, and then like what looks good with that lifestyle. And then there's a bunch of stuff to kind of like reference and go in and look at,
Sure.
That's fun. Yeah.
New York had a weird surf moment. I want to say like 5 years ago or so.
Saturdays.
Thaddeus O'Neill. I don't know if you guys remember that.
What's the Pilgrim skate and surf and
Pilgrim Surf Supply? Yeah,
or whatever. Yeah.
It was all like Rockaway shit.
Shout out Daiki Suzuki and Engineered Garments, the fucking
Bat and Wear was a Japanese surf brand based in New York.
Right.
It was cool. What other brands are you fucking with right now, Jonah?
Adidas always. Love me some Adidas.
For life.
Salute.
For life, 3 stripes. And then I like Sandy Liang.
Ooh.
Shout out Sandy Liang.
New York again, baby. New York's finest.
It's true. She's really sweet. She sent us some jackets and like, it's dope. It's kind of the one thing I wear that's crazy. Like
the fleeces.
The fleece, yeah.
Fire.
But it's fire, yeah. Like I think it's like so dope.
Yeah.
I like you know what I like? I like Crescent Downworks.
Ooh. Yo, I feel like people don't
Gorped
talk
up.
about them anymore. That's some Gorp shit, baby.
Yeah, I feel like they should be one of those brands that kind of are like a staple forever. Like they're kind of like basic gods. Like what I look for is a really high quality basic, no aesthetic. That's my favorite. So like Crescent Downworks puffer is like, come on, man. It's like
so like a jump
tighter than a North Face. There's no logo. There's no anything.
Right. So you want like a blank canvas where like you can make it a part of your outfit and you can determine how it's like how it is projecting to other people versus like when you cop Palace, it's so strongly a very specific aesthetic out the bag, you know?
Yeah, like you gotta like base everything around the Palace hoodie because it's like so loud that you're definitely like gotta chill out the rest of your shit, you know?
Big dogs barking.
Yeah, exactly.
Since moving back to the West Coast, have you been more gorped up since it's obviously like a much more outdoorsy lifestyle?
Wait, explain Gorp. How do I not know what Gorp is?
Gorp is like it's like crunchy, outdoorsy, but not like hippie, and not like performance.
High end. It's not Gorp because it's not like let's go camping, but some of that aesthetic comes in like just because you're outdoors, right? But it's like, how do I put it? If you saw a puffer, a t-shirt, and jeans and boots, or you know my superstars, whatever, you the idea is that it'd be like, dude, what are each of those things?
Right.
There's no logo on it.
Sure.
There has to be mad respect in each choice of those things.
This is if you know, you know. You live the if you know, you know lifestyle that we try to, you know,
right, but
preach.
You can't even know. You'd have to ask.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's no identifying qualities almost.
Yeah.
If you know, you know, and if you don't know, you ask Jonah.
Just ask.
You walk right up to Jonah and say, "Hey, man, what's the jacket, bro?"
Yeah, I'd be honored. You're throwing that.
It's Crescent Downwards.
That's kind of like what I think is dope. And then there's like slightly off colors. Like Crescent Downwards has slightly like, you know, where it's not obnoxious, but it's like cool colors. It's not like crazy, you know, it's like muted, but different. I don't know. I'm finding that stuff a lot more.
We're right there with you.
You're a tasteful god, bro. We get it.
Speaking of things that we're,
I feel right now. That's it. That's where my head's at.
That's great.
Speaking of things that you're right there with us. Let's talk about non-sneaker footwear. So obviously Adidas for fucking L, right? For life. What about non-sneakers though? Because we know that you're obviously, and everyone here is going to be into sneakers the whole life. So let's talk about non-sneakers. What is the current rotation of non-sneaker footwear on the feet right now?
Or what was it right before Quar?
Right.
Because right now it's nothing.
Sure.
Yeah, right now it's literally barefoot or slippers. Really barefoot. Trying to decide if I should give away my classic, like my boots that my go-tos.
Damn, dude. You give away your glasses on the pod last time? I feel like you come on every year, 2 years, and you drop one gem. And then you vanish into the ether.
It's my one thing that I love so much, but I'll do it because it's all about generosity of spirit.
Support the homies, baby.
It's gregariousness.
I wear they're like round-toed. What did you say?
It's gregariousness. It's semantics.
Yeah. No, right on. And they're like round-toed. They're not like Chelsea boots in like a corny way, but they are laceless, and they function like Chelsea boots, I think. But they're not like YSL, like
Right.
Can I ask you a question,
Nothing
Jonah?
to talk about them.
No brunch boots. No brunch.
They're kind of like bigger and bulkier in a good way.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Are these not the boots you're wearing in the infamous Phoenix Suns fit? Are these what we're talking about?
I'd have to check.
Those I thought were Prada. I don't know if we're talking about Prada
They
right
are, no, okay, so the boots I'm talking about are the ones I wore the whole like last press tour. Like just because I didn't want to think about it, so I wore like all black basically. And just,
Yeah.
Sure. You were on your auteur shit.
It was that was that's so mislabeled. That's such a fucking corny. It's so funny.
It's the fit. If Chuck moves his giant dome, it's the fit that you're wearing right there.
Yeah, there he is. Look, there he is.
The row crew neck.
You're rowed out.
Yes, except for the boots, which are Drees.
Oh, it was fire. Yeah, that's
Drees footwear. Their non-sneaker footwear, I think, is stomped on everybody else. That's my one little thing.
Damn.
All of their sneaker footwear, I think, is the illest, right?
I wore a Dries shirt to Jonah Hill Day too, the day you showed up. And now, to your point, it's kind of hard to like throw that back on as like a casual John, because it's like, this is my Jonah Hill Day shirt. Like this is what it was.
Put it in the rack.
Actually, if you were photographed in it and you got it on
with you,
Right.
you, and me. I mean, really with me, but with you too.
Yeah, because
and Chuck
Dream is like so ill. He's probably the most talented, one of the most talented people in the world.
Facts.
If it's just like, it's so wild. It's like, how many times can you wear like a sunburst 70s psycho color thing? And it's like, all right, like where am I wearing that? More than once.
What other non-sneaker footwear is in the rotation?
Yeah, anything notable?
I think to me, Drees is the illest. Like, and the row has a couple. They got to like make more footwear for men. I think they're just getting started, but they have some boots that are pretty amazing. But they're they're a little narrow, and since I'm a bigger guy, sometimes you go too narrow on the feet. It's like kind of looks goofy.
Right. Proportionally, you don't want to look like you're I had the same problem. You don't want to look like you're gonna tip over or some shit.
Yeah. One day I want to write a book about how to dress as like a bigger dude. I think it's like
what's the secret? Is it just like, is it kind of like consistent
There's so many
silhouette?
secrets because I've been so many different. I've battled with that for a long time. It's like part of it is just like knowing how to do right by how you look, right?
Know thyself, right? Know thyself.
Exactly, and kind of just like anyone does, like kind of figure out what's the most presentable, I guess. But it's like it's hard. It's hard, especially like now things are better, cooler, But like you got to figure certain shit out. Now it's a lot easier. I will admit, it's like more fun, and I think that's when I was able to start like expressing myself through clothing and stuff a lot more when I felt more good about better about myself.
People need to listen to this story because this is about confidence and loving yourself. And this is important. And we've talked about this as like why we think you're so fucking cool. People want to get hung up on like the roles or the fucking Pat picks or the Oscar noms. But it's like this dude unlocked his own swag and only he could do that for himself. And that's the fucking moral of the story, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it is.
I really appreciate that. That is, in a nutshell, what my journey is currently, right? So it's not like I'm there,
right?
Dude.
No, it's constant, right? It's forever,
constant, dude. And it's definitely going to show up in my next movies and the work I put out. But also, like, I'll figure out how I want to talk about it the best. But there is an amazing story and journey because it's like we're all on the journey of kind of like acceptance and self-acceptance and like living who you are, right? And like loving who you are. And it sounds so corny, but at the same time, it was really hard to break out of like what other people thought I was and understand and be comfortable even starting the process of like finding yourself, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's about the journey, not the destination. And it's not corny. It's just a thing that you hear all the time because it's true.
Right.
That's what it is.
No, that is why Jonah Hill Fit Watch was a thing and why, we aspired to kind of just do it, like, because it really was just like do whatever the fuck you want that progresses you on your own journey. That being said.
Which thank you again, because that felt really good too. That's awesome.
Of course.
called
That being said, Jonah,
supporting the homies is a lifestyle, and we do it every day.
I love that you guys use that. I actually feel proud when I hear that, or like when it's like on the your commenters are so funny, dude. I'm in the community, dude. I'm like,
hell yeah.
I like the community because it's positive.
You got to get in. You got to get in the Discord. You got to get on the subreddit. You got to get.
I haven't been on the subreddit. I don't know if I want to. I heard like
the subreddit. The subreddit is actually very
crazy.
The subreddit's very posy. Follow us on TikTok.
Is there a subreddit?
Yeah, there is. And you're going to be talked about there extensively when this comes out. Yo, you're part of the Throw Gang, bro. We're on all different platforms, all mediums, all avenues. You know,
I like that the Instagram comments at least are very like funny. The audience is funny and smart and not and kind. Right? Yeah. That's kind of like there's no like shittiness, which I think
no, never.
Fuck that shit. Fuck shittiness. Jonah,
but support the homies. I'm glad you guys. That's like makes me smile. It's awesome.
That's our whole MO. So obviously, as a stylish celebrity that we look to for inspiration, both in fits and also just like career trajectory, are there any stylish celebrities out there? Last time we talked about Shia, we talked about Kanye. So are there any other stylish celebs out there you want to big up besides Shia and Ye?
Yeah.
I mean,
who's inspiring you while you're in choir thinking about fits for your nephew's birthday party?
Is it Channing Tatum's big golden parachute pants?
Is it Leo?
It off, man.
Leo and a newsboy? You know, we don't know.
The only people I love. Okay, well, I won't say this, but okay. So Shia has impeccable taste. Like he has my favorite taste of any like male public figure, right? I just think when he dresses up, he's smart, and when he's like running, he's smart. Like he just kind of, I share and maybe accidentally overlap with certain things. When he dresses up, he goes for more arty things than I do on like the formal stuff.
Right.
I don't know, man. There's not many guys who I think dress well in Hollywood. I see people trying now. Like it's become a thing, I feel like, probably because of you guys. But I feel like now guys are really conscious of like fashion and how they dress and trying to like.
But not the red carpet, personal style. You mean like how they dress?
I mean all of it. Like all of it. Like I feel like when I was coming up, no guy, I would never hear anyone considering what they were wearing. Like it was almost like how society's evolved in a great way where it's like guys don't care. You get made fun of even if you were like Michael Fassbender or something, you know, like it just wasn't a thing. It's like you show up and it's like the cooler thing to do is just to show up and not care and just throw it on. Right. And then now I feel, and I don't know what it is changing of the tides. I feel like people are trying to get noticed. Guys are trying to get noticed for their fashion.
They're pandering.
Whether it's on a red carpet or not, just any, even like low key stuff. I see them trying in a way that's funny where I feel like they just decided to start trying because it's like a wave, you know? And I usually think it's funny because it's usually like huge miss, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Jonah, I want to ask you, I want to put you on the spot here. Your two homies, Leo, Brad, who has the better style?
Ooh.
Here's what I'll say.
None of the above?
Honestly, their style is both interesting. Leo's my favorite because he doesn't give a fuck.
Really?
That's what I think he's amazing. Like he just is chilling. Like I think he works with Armani. I think he like wears whatever Armani suit or whatever. It's not like, I don't think he's thinking about this stuff. Brad definitely, I feel like, is considered in what he wears. It feels like a lot of Tom Ford, or at least when I was working with him, it was a lot of Tom Ford. I think he has really good style, and I think he thinks about it, or at least someone thinks about it. I think it's kind of funny because it's kind of like was a thing. Clearly, he must think about it, but I don't think he would talk about it in this way. Like Like I think almost people would like pretend that they don't think about it or something, but he clearly considers stuff. He loves furniture and he's so architectural. like clearly he has an aesthetic he abides by.
Do you think it's just to keep this quick, we'll wrap it up and move on to the next. Do you think it's a generational thing where they're a little older and they come from the mindset where it's like, oh, like it's cooler to not care, just like throw on whatever?
That's what I was kind of saying. That's what I was saying. Even if you do care, you don't like talk about it or admit it, which is the whole thing I'm talking about like getting to yourself and being yourself. Like even the sentence, I care about fashion, I would get made fun of in the media for it.
Sure.
You know? Because it's like corny and like you can't say that or care about that. Like, I don't know. People would dissect it. Am I wrong?
Fuck the media.
That was a different world. We get it. Things are different now. Now we can have an entire podcast celebrating that, part of you. Like,
it's part of creativity. It's part of like self-expression.
We're better off for it.
Yeah, and it's not everybody's thing, and I think that's cool as fuck too. What was I going to say? But then the new generation, like I kind of look at the kids younger than me, like Timothée Chalamet clearly is very up on stuff, and he has good style, but he's more in like the Virgil Alix, like shit I can't pull off or wouldn't go for. You know what I mean? Like
the roller coaster straps.
Yeah, he's just like, dude, will look handsome in anything, right? And but I think it's like, I think it's cool that he seems to genuinely be interested in it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, he's boys with Hyder, right?
And he texts Virgil. Him and Virgil were like texting about like the Oscar fits, or I guess that was Prada. But yeah, he's like very plugged in. He lives it. He loves it. It is absolutely generational, I think, to James' point, for sure.
I think that's dope. And I think Rob Pattinson has good style.
Our Pats.
Yeah.
Our Pats.
Batman.
When he's not blowing up his home in London.
Yeah.
Cooking pasta or whatever.
He has good style when he does like the Kurt Cobain kind of 90s grunge thing. I think another really good looking dude with could pull shit off. But like, I think when he commits to that style, it's cool.
Jonah, what about film and TV? And I want to make a point here. You've given your top 20 films to watch in Quar, and they were all classic films. Yeah.
With Keith Stanfield.
Ooh. Although he did blow us off for a pod interview. So
he was for Gems. He was going to do this pod, and we were so excited because the A24 homies who connected us with you originally, obviously, were setting it up, and then he bailed on us, man, last minute.
But Keith has really good style.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And good.
What did you think of Gems? Real quick, what did you think of Gems?
Awesome.
Sick.
Fucking awesome.
For sure. This is the
movie of the year.
That's what the one.
That Parasite,
absolutely.
Phenomenal.
This podcast can't agree on much, but we all agree that both Gems and Parasite
top two
smashed. 1A and 1B of 2019. Leave it at that.
We want to know, Jonah. We want to know.
An incredible job.
We want to know. Besides the canon that you listed out for GQ, I believe the 20 films that range from just all classics front to back. What film and TV are you watching in Core specifically? And maybe if you want to give us a little taste of some guilty pleasures, like
reality potentially,
Selling Sunset or
It's all bad, dude. It's all
Jersey
bad.
Shore.
Yeah, that's
what's
it.
on? What are we doing?
We started Jersey Shore episode 1, season 1.
Ooh, yes.
Now we are all the way to second season of Family Vacation.
Oh my God.
Damn, you
guys crushed it.
You're doing it.
Like depression or something. I stare at it episode after episode.
Family Vacation fucking rules with situation in this probation shit. Like it's the fucking
Family Vacation's amazing, and I again, we were saying starting one way and going through the journey. Situation is such a great guy now. He's the sweetest guy, and I really like him, and
it's hilarious. The hero. It's the hero's journey. It's like James Kennedy on Vanderpump. It's the hero's journey, bro.
I don't know if James Kennedy is there yet.
What? He's on his way.
He's on his way.
Okay, mad respect. For Cameo for my girl's birthday, they didn't know it was me and they didn't know it was her. I got James Kennedy, Jax.
Hell yeah.
Who from Jersey? Okay. James Kennedy, Jax, Reza from Shaw's of Sunset. Mike Shoehead from Shaw's of Sunset, mixed in with our friends to the Vanderpump theme song.
Fire.
And then it ends with Situation.
So sick.
We got a
Best
James
birthday gift ever. And like my friend Matt, who like edits when I direct commercials, like edited it like all dope, you know?
We had a James Kennedy cameo early, and he's like, "What up? You listen to the other podcast, bitches. It's the White Kanye."
Yeah, he butchered whatever we sent in, but we put it on Instagram because it slapped either way.
I mean, James Kennedy. Oh, and I had them rap and sing. Oh, and I had fucking Cousin Pauly from my favorite show, Cousin Pauly from the one in Florida, Siesta Key.
Ooh.
That's my favorite show. Cousin Pauly, and I had fucking Brandon from Siesta Key in there also.
People that fuck with Siesta Key fuck with it hard. They claim that it's the
ride or die. Ride or die.
Yeah, it's the best show. Family Vacation now is really fucking good. I also want to send love to Ronnie because I just think they talk about the hard shit in Ronnie's life so much for entertainment. And it's like it's really entertaining, but I'm also like sending you love, Ronnie.
Do you think he was getting exploited to some degree?
No, I mean, I don't know. I'd love to hear how they all feel, you know?
Right.
See,
I'd love to like interview fucking people like that because it's like I have questions that oh my God. Yeah, well, never mind. I have questions that like that where I'm like, how does that feel? And how
my question is, how much did you spend on Cameo? Are you like a power user now? Jesus Christ, bro.
Dude, it was an expensive birthday gift.
For real.
You know? Yeah.
Fiance of the year, though. I get it.
I mean, it was like the most thoughtful gift ever. Like, we love reality TV. It's like, those are like our heroes. Like, Pauly D is like as funny as like any of the comedic actors I've ever
Dude,
worked.
he's
hilarious.
He's so nice. And he smells great.
Yeah, he seems like such a sweet guy.
Vinny tried to do stand-up, right? Or did stand-up. Does stand-up, I thought. Yeah, I don't know if he's good.
He's really funny too, but he's really intense. He's like hard on himself. You know, he's an intense guy. And when he's on keto,
the keto Guido.
In a bad mood, bro. Like he's hard to be around, right?
Pauly D.
I feel like I'm there.
Yeah.
Pauly D is also like one of the highest paid DJs in the world.
Really?
That's what we keep talking about. Like, how much does he make? Is he crazy rich? Like,
he has a Vegas residency.
Who gets paid more, him or Virgil to DJ?
Probably Pauly D.
Right?
And Pauly D has all the Louis chains and shit. Like, it's wild.
Yeah. Pauly D gets paid more to DJ, as Virgil would like to do.
Jonah, thank you for playing Just Fuck With, positive vibes only.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to move on to the next segment, which is Last John, Next John. We want to know, what was the last John you copped at full retail, no flow team? And then what's the next John you got your eye on that's, maybe it's already in the shopping cart or you're definitely going to pull the trigger on? Last John first.
I just started this thing because Gianna does it, like a shopping cart, like where you put your fantasy stuff in the shopping cart and then you like leave it there for a long time. And like, you kind of like when you're just cruising around, like in between meetings or something, and you like kind of just check out your crazy shopping cart of shit you like probably would never buy. Right.
It's like a supermarket sweeps, but with shopping online.
Yeah. You know what company's dope that like I will shout out? I don't have any of their stuff, but I'm fantasizing about it, is Bottega Veneta.
Ooh.
They're having a moment. The old designers from Celine went over there to do their thing. And it's like crazy expensive. I've never bought anything from there. I don't have the hookup. I'm not like, I don't know. It's just like shit. I'm like, damn, if I was like.
Can we suggest if you are copying from Bottega to not get the interwoven leather shit, just because that's such like a code, like status symbol signifier. But their footwear is gas.
Yeah.
That's like what I would get, like some like loafers.
Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
You know? Like that would be like, ooh.
So tasteful. It's so tasteful. It's the guy is Daniel Lee.
From Celine, right?
Yeah.
Celine. Yeah. So like that's kind of like I feel like the cool company that's great. And Marnie's sick. I love Marnie.
Oh yeah.
What about what was the last John?
What
was the last John you copped at full retail price?
No discount.
No discount.
No discount. No friends and family. No promo code. No flow.
Zero discount.
Zero.
I mean, when was the last time you copped something at zero discount? Like,
yeah,
I'll tell you, I got some shit I copped at zero discount. Like more like fun stuff. Like nothing nice because there's nowhere I there's nowhere to go. Like nothing like
Right.
Can't go to Barney's.
I'll give you a couple of tips actually. The fun stuff I got is like to support companies I like. Like I buy a lot of stuff from Lottie's because
Nice.
Lottie's like one of my close friends, and his skate shop is like obviously every business is like gnarly during this time. Alyssa Steamer has a company called Nar Hunters. That's a surf company. And so I bought some like fun stuff because like I want to support her. And
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater legend, Alyssa Steele.
Alyssa, she deserves her own 30 for 30.
Yes. Yes.
I was like, if I ever made one, that's
produce it. Yes, you should direct and produce it. Yo, someone get fucking Bill Simmons. I don't know, somebody on the line here.
Well, we started a production company April 1st during a pandemic. So timing is our thing.
Well
Shout out to Strong Baby Productions. Shout out to our whole team at Strong Baby Productions.
Strong Baby, are you guys doing merch?
Yes, we are.
Wait, did you name Strong Baby after Chuck, our man Chuck? He's a strong baby.
No, Strong Baby was a thing at the end of like it was just an improv that we did in mid '90s where he's like he pitches the girl the movie that he likes, and then at the end it says Strong Baby Productions, and he agonized like that was fourth grade's movie.
Right.
His company was called Strong Baby Productions. So I was like agonizing over the name and like blah blah blah, and then we were just like fuck it because like. My partner, Matt Duns, he liked it. And it's like you can get lost in the sauce on that and dissect anything.
Sure.
And so we kind of were just like, do it, and we're not thinking about it again. We're going to make it as ill as possible. Mike Gelati's doing like the logo and all that stuff. And so it's going to be amazing. We have a big slate of projects that I'm so excited to eventually tell you about. But
we're definitely going to pitch you on some.
We're going to pitch you. Yeah, for sure. Don't worry. Also, by the way, I'm
texting Matt right now to... I'm texting you guys.
Oh, make sure you tell him that all the ideas are very bad. Just set them up. Just manage expectations. All the ideas are very, very bad.
Why don't you just give him the Zoom link right now and we'll just pitch him kind of off the dome.
He's busier than I am. Trust me.
You guys coming up with Strong Baby and being like, we all like it, fuck it, ship it, like let's be done with it. That was when we lost the intellectual property for this podcast, and we're like, what should we do? Throwing fits. Okay, fuck it, let's record. Like there was.
I think that's it, dude, because you can agonize, right?
Yes,
agonize forever. And I'm not good at titles. Like I'm not good at titles specifically because of that reason. Because in a movie or a scene, you can go as an actor, director, writer, whatever, you could go, fuck it, this feels right. Let's just do it. And then we can also decide later in the editing room, right?
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
But if something feels right, you do it. With a name, it's like you can spend 10 years thinking of a name and doubting yourself.
Yeah.
So my new thing
It can't be bad. It has to be.
Just go with the gut. Just go with gut.
Titles, like throw it out and then don't agonize.
Smart.
Jonah,
let someone else tell you it sucks and you need to change it.
Yeah.
Like for real.
And then tell them to fuck off. Jonah, I want to get into the meat and potatoes of the podcast.
We're almost done. Don't worry.
As you know,
I'm texting to my partner.
No. Yeah, again, tell Matt all of our ideas are very bad. We're just saying that don't worry. We're going to get you out of here timely fashion.
Jonah,
don't stress. I'm good.
We're respecting Ezra too.
Yeah, you got to deal with Ezra, man.
Exactly.
Dude, Ezra on your show was amazing. I was so happy listening to that because like he's one of my close friends, but I don't get to see him obviously because we live on different sides of town and the world's ending.
Where does he live?
That guy.
Where does he live?
What's his address?
I'm telling your audience. But it was joyous to hear you guys. You were all so fun.
Joyous.
And he wanted to keep going. We were like, all right, Ezra, it's been 4 hours. You're good?
I'm telling you, dude, what the fuck else are we going to do?
Jonah, as you know, the meat and potatoes of this podcast consist of 3 subjects, which are money,
ka-ching,
Deadass. Gonna say it very quickly because that's a point of contention, and most importantly, ourselves.
Yeah, the goddamn motherfucking boys first and foremost.
Yeah.
Jimmy, Larry, Chuck,
to your connection. I think you guys should talk more.
Really?
So?
No, like you guys talk too much. You guys should talk more.
The Groms.
I was gonna say we could interrupt you more if you want.
I have a IG live every Wednesday. If you wanna pop in anytime. I do my own little thing on Wednesday.
Oh, support the homies, dude. I'm there.
Jonah, do you have a Finsta to like actually like kind of lurk and like interact on IG? You do?
I have a funny thing where I can like make jokes to my buddies from like high school on like
Janye?
Huh?
Two Shanes?
That's college, right?
Yeah, two Shanes, exactly. So, like, you tag your friend in like a funny post. Of
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. You don't want to be out there as JH official.
Right.
No, yeah.
The real Jonah Hill, at the real like Jonah Hill.
Stupid memes and shit.
Sure.
Who is if you're comfortable saying this, who is your favorite meme account just off dome?
Ooh, great question.
What's up?
Grape Juice Boys.
Yo, Grape Juice Boys, they know the show. Yo, shout out to Grape Juice Boys. I hope they're listening. Homies.
Yeah, definitely big shout out. They make me laugh the hardest. I think it's like the smartest, most like thoughtful.
Do you fuck with Patia at all?
I don't know that one.
We'll send you some
Patia's Fantasy World. It is like out there. But
with any good meme shit because it's, passes the time. Right?
Wait, should our 17 million listeners at home DM you good meme suggestion, like good meme pages? Do you want that smoke?
Yeah, whatever.
All right, fuck it. All right, let's go.
all right, well, Jonah, I don't know if
deal. Don't like stick a bunch of people on me. Happy, be cool.
Jonah, I don't know if you've really kept up with the ins and outs of the pod, but Lawrence and I were about to sign with a major talent agency, right? We're about to dedicate ourselves full time to this shit. It's about to be Home 360, merch, movies, TV, commercials, books. I don't fucking know. So the crux of this
I should definitely do a book, like a coffee table book.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Tuesdays with Jonah. The thing is that Lawrence and I, we're about to be super rich and famous.
Yeah, of course.
We're treading on unfamiliar territory here. So my question to you is, how should we prepare for fame?
Yeah, what's like the foundational advice you can give us?
Mentally speaking, how do we do it?
I think you guys are pretty aware, guys.
Thanks.
Cool.
Here's what I'll say. At the end of the day, be kind to each other because, working with friends can get stressful and that's real.
Like call her daddy.
Yo, don't,
Exactly.
Dude, never go Eric Benet. But be kind, and what seems stressful isn't, and you'll be stoked you were like you were nice, and the niceness went over the business thing, right?
Hell yeah.
That would be my biggest advice. And then everything seems life or death, but you're in like a good moment. All that stuff's happening for you. Now you have people working for you. Let them do their jobs and don't agonize behind the scenes. I have a hard time.
Let the homies cook.
Yeah.
Let them do their thing. They want to work with you for a reason. Let them do their thing. And like, I would just agonize behind the scenes for no reason.
Right.
Just anxiety out of like, but there were people, it took me a long time to like enable people and not enable people.
Allow people?
Empower people.
Yeah.
Empower.
And as a director, you have to, right? So like, it was a hard lesson, but it's a really great one. And now with this company and all the certain things, I have to have other people that I trust.
Right.
Where I'm not going to have an anxiety attack because I can't be there every second.
That you can do what you do best. So just get the fuck out of their way.
My whole thing's like a machine that's super formal so I can be creative. So I do as much work as I can to make it like as formal as possible and like a machine. And
process. You're about process.
Yeah, but like all these ideas go into the ether for 20 years. Like I just throw them out in the air and I never see them again. It's like I want to throw them into a machine so they become something. And that's like what my partner and I have, are trying to create. And I think it's like I'm winning, like I'm my best version of like my time, besides your personal time, is spent writing and working on Adidas or directing projects, right?
Yeah.
And so let people block for you so you guys can show great.
I like that, dude. Let the offensive line do their job, and then we hit the hole at full speed, and it's a tutty, dude. And that's a sports metaphor.
Yeah,
A gap.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Jonah,
like let them block so your only concern is the show getting better?
Right. Sure.
Right?
That's what we got Chuck and Chef here, and they're the best in the biz. And look, I don't know if Strong Baby is hiring, but please don't poach them from us because we have a very fragile operation running here.
It's a house of cards, Jonah. This whole thing is a house of cards, man.
Yeah, we would never again.
We'll collab.
By the way, both Chef and Chuck are like, no, please say that you will take us. Take us, please.
I'm down.
We're taking the high road, you know?
Right.
Like, we would never steal from anybody.
When they go low, you go high, baby.
That's it, baby.
If you had to put just like
these are kind of fire, actually. My homie who did the Surf Juice logo did this. He works with Brain Dead.
Oh, shit. Yeah, the playing cards. Yeah, yo, shout out Brain Dead. Shout out Kyle.
Shout out Brain Dead. I met him once, and I like their shit a lot. It's really cool.
I got the Brain Dead gloves right here, baby. I'm going to wear gloves.
Oh, that's cool. I like their rugs.
Oh, the rug and the table. The new table is sick.
I didn't see that. Yeah,
the jewelry's pretty good too.
Yeah, Brain Dead slap. Shout out Kyle again, homie.
Such a cool company, and yeah. Shout out.
Jonah, obviously we know about the perks of because again, this is about Lawrence and myself. This is the ourselves section. We know about the perks of being famous, but like,
oh yeah, I didn't answer your question. Oh, I did.
No, you did.
You did. But like, what's the worst part about becoming famous?
Yeah,
like what should we start stealing our minds for? Because obviously it's not all just
No,
sunshine and rainbows.
I wouldn't say worse or better. I wouldn't evaluate it like that. It's different.
What's the most difficult part about being famous? How about that? What's the hardest thing to deal with maybe on a day-by-day basis?
I would categorize it as difficult even because
this sounds sick, by the way. I'm excited to be famous.
Because I can't have any other life.
Right.
So it's not difficult, and I'm grateful for my life. I have a beautiful life.
You're blessed. We know you know that.
I'm lucky to be here. And I like, all of the things that if you would describe as, good or bad are hard terms for me, but they all allow for me to be in the process with smart people making stuff. Like, and I wouldn't give that up. I would give a lot of shit up for that,
It's all worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like taking my picture if I'm like running or some shit. Like I'm like when I'm surfing
what do you think about the surf shit when you are like in your Zen moment clearly and you're doing that activity where
you're in the green room. You're in the green room. It's dawn patrol.
Yeah, exactly. That's a personal, that's meditation, I'm sure. So what is it like when then it's like it hits whatever, Perez Hilton? Is that weird for you?
Nobody likes to hear anyone in my position go like, poor me, this sucks.
Right, sure.
I'll just say that, yeah, that's where I go to get away. So it sucks when you're fucking like shit and you're like, and you're like, no one wants that,
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
It ain't the end of the world. I'm used to it. So it's like, I don't like it and I'll bitch about it privately, but I would never, I'm grateful at the end of the day.
Do you fantasize at all? Because I saw that one of your quarantine books was Barbarian Days, which is about kind of just like dropping off the face of the earth and going on these epic surfing trips. Do you ever fantasize about just like disappearing and fucking posting up in like Tahiti or some shit and just ripping gnar all day? I
fantasize. My fantasy for whatever reason is like Hawaii or something like that, where it's like a little baby wave, like a 2-foot wave that's gentle and respectful and noble. A noble 2-foot wave that slowly rolls in all day.
The gentleman's wave, if you will.
And then just being off the grid and like coming in strategically and then going back, right? Like that seems nice. And I think there are some people that do that.
Hitting the shoulder, paddling out,
all those terms.
Keeping horizontal. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Jonah,
surfing. August 5th will be a year, so that's another thing accomplished that I thought I'd never be able to do. So that was cool.
Golf claps for the kid.
Thanks.
Love it.
Golf's actually next. That's the
Oh,
next thing I want to tackle.
that's the next hobby is going to be golfing?
I think golf clothes are going to be the wave because the golf collection and all my friends who golf, I wouldn't say the illest. The only thing is Travis Matthews, I guess. It's like, but it's on some real like Tom Brady. Like,
Say less. We get it. We
right, yeah.
get it.
And whatever. No,
Tampa Bay.
No, he's the GOAT, but we get it.
no smoke, but it's like just really down the middle.
Right.
And
It's clothes you wear when you're kissing your son on the lips. We get it, Jonah.
Jonah, speaking of,
but Adidas makes golf clothes, so I think it would be so sick to like
to freak it.
Yeah. To freak it, baby.
Freak it, yeah. I love that you guys that was like the funniest time in my life, and like I was feeling free, and I was trying to feel free. You know, like that interview very much like encompasses.
Dude, the Wacko Maria shirt said it all.
Yeah, set it off, dude.
My man went on late night with the wacko on, like a true sicko.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
It was psychotic.
Sicko Maria mode.
Yo, my man went sicko Maria mode.
Speaking of dubious distinctions, Jonah, you were in the news recently for a huge accomplishment.
Massive.
You surpassed Sir Samuel L. Jackson to become the actor with the most on-screen swear words ever.
And Leo was number 2. He surpassed Jackson.
Jordan and Pippen of the swear game.
For real.
So I got to text him. Actually, when I text Shane with another friend, and the third friend sent the thing of like the grid of like me, Leo, Sam, and then like, you know, whoever else was on there.
Fire.
And I was like, I was just basking, like joke, you know, like when you do bits on like chains, like roasting each other. I was just like so gloating for like the whole day.
You fucking Puritan ass, fucking God fearing. But Jonah, what we want to know.
Let me show you how it's done, buddy.
Yeah.
What we want to know is what's your Mount Rushmore of swear words? So unranked top 4 swear words of all time.
Show us how it's done, dog.
It's actually quite funny because I think when I was younger, that was part of like the harshness of the characters I would play. Like I would play a lot of characters that were like outwardly very harsh and very sweet and insecure inside. So maybe I think that's just like how I was when I was younger. And cursing was like a part of that. I think on those early movies, like with Judd and Seth and Evan and everybody, like that was still kind of punk to just be like, you know, we're a product. It's like Malcolm Gladwell shit. Like we're a product of like, we're a reaction to like Jim Carrey, like Liar, Liar. Right. So that's like kind of really, and Bruce Almighty, we're like, they're like being 15 going like, this is not what we talk like and shit. And this is what we're about. So when Seth and Evan, you know, who are fucking pioneers, like that script busted open the door. I think it was.
You're talking about Superbad.
Superbad. Yeah. I think it was like, damn. And then those early movies, it was like cursing was still.
This
like,
Is the End has the best. That's the best cursing in any movie for my money, personally. More than Wolf.
Dude, I don't watch any movies that I'm in.
Really?
Ever. And Gianna and I watched This Is the End because it's like my favorite character I've ever played.
Yourself.
I have a good story of that. And I loved it. I loved This Is the End. I thought it was so funny. I texted the guys after and I was like,
how recently was this?
Was this during quarantine?
It was probably the first week of quarantine.
Wow.
Was like,
it's like it's kind of apropos right now, you know, a little bit.
Well, then I texted Seth and I was like, this is what's happening. How crazy. Yeah, that's what probably sparked it. And then I was telling Gianna, and I think there's a funny story. He's like, the movie, I have this huge diamond earring in.
Yeah.
And no one mentions it till Danny mentions it like way later in the movie. So the night before we started shooting, I was also shooting Django Unchained at the same time in New Orleans so I went to dinner. I'm about to flex with Leo, Q-Tip, and Jamie Foxx.
Oh,
and
big fucking flex alert!
And everyone was making Django, and Q-Tip was visiting, and we're sitting at dinner, and I'm starting This Is the End the next day, and I'm like trying, you know, the night before, it's like night before school. You could be somewhere, but you're distracted. Like, in those movies, it was so fucked because we were young and we were like pitted against each other, like a dog fight. where it was like fools just making fun of each other and like it was like very like every person for themselves kind of vibe, you know?
Roast culture. Roasting the homies.
But it was like
it's like rappers, like competitiveness.
It was like, and whoever's the funniest makes it in the movie, etc. So that advances your career. It's a lot of psychological dynamics that I find interesting.
Psychological warfare.
But with your friends who you love.
Sure.
So like who are like your funniest people in the world. And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, how am I going to play this guy? I need one more thing. Like I'm like missing one thing. Like War Dogs is like the laugh I came up with like right before. Like there's something where I'm just like, I need one more thing. And I'm talking to the guys, but I'm not really present. I'm just staring at Jamie Foxx's huge earring. and I'm just staring at it. And Jamie's telling some story, like being some hilarious and awesome. And I had my ear pierced when I was a kid. So I was like, yo, can I see your earring? And he's like, what? I was like, can I try on your earring? And it was probably like whatever, however much chunky ass dime, like, you know, whatever, $1 bajillion. And Jamie's so cool. He let me do it. And it fit in and I did it. And I was like, how funny would it be if I just like, no one mentions it and I don't mention it, but my guy just like wears this earring. And this was like,
stud.
This was like 8 years before I started wearing earrings again and like things like that. Right. So like, and so I called Seth and Evan and they were super down and we did it. And it was like, it's my favorite part of that movie for the shit that I'm involved in is just like, at the Bang Bang. I like that. I thought
the best, dude. That's so funny.
But it's just so funny when I watch the scenes because at that moment in time, if one of your friends had a huge diamond earring, you'd like I just imagining that it's
merciless.
Like not talking about it.
Yeah.
And then it helped me figure out how to do it because you feel so different. You're like, who's the guy who rocks? Who's the guy who's me who rocks an 8-carat diamond earring, right? And that helps figure out that guy, right? So that was a fun thing to revisit, you know?
That's amazing. What's the Mount Rushmore of swear words, though? What are your 4 best of all time? I got to know.
Well, I was going to say I had a point, but I'm like a grandpa.
Sorry.
No, dude, it's me. I like meander and just tell like old war stories.
You're like Grandpa Simpson.
Yeah, but like no one gives a shit, and I'm just telling the long stories.
I had a yellow onion on my belt, as was the fashion at the time.
I fucking love Grandpa Simpson. Maybe I should rewatch The Simpsons. That'd be good.
Oh yeah, seasons 1 through 10 only.
But the point was, those movies, swearing was like cool.
It was, and that it was like that's run of movies kind of reset the bar, reset the precedent around like swearing because the thing about Superbad was the first movie where it nailed the way that like dudes of that age actually talked.
Real shit.
Right.
Facts only.
So those 10 movies, like that huge run, whatever, 15 movies, that's where I probably earned that, and Wolf of Wall Street, I think, like put me over the edge.
For sure.
Right.
And I think now it's like we're off that, right? It's like,
oh, really?
It's like not like I wouldn't curse in a movie at all. Of course I would, but
goddamn motherfucking right, baby.
It's not like novel in the same way. It's not like a move. You would do it if the person did it and like it was appropriate, etc. But it's like the less of the human nature and comedy and character come from that now because the characters are older now that I'm writing. Like,
sure.
Yeah.
Do you have any weird ones that like you just say like in your everyday life, like weird portmanteaus of like, you know, of curse words or anything unique? Yeah. Like what do you, when you're pissed off, what bombs are you lobbing? Or excited. I mean, who's to say cursing handles a variety of emotions.
Mine is angry. Mine's like a toe stub or a petty fight. Like that's where my anger comes out.
What happens when you bang your shin on the bed frame? What are you saying?
Yeah, what are we hitting?
Piece of shit. That's what I say. I say piece of shit.
Piece of shit.
I like someone.
It's a piece of shit.
I'm just like, you fucking piece of shit.
There you go.
Referring to the object that I ran into, right? Like, that's who it's directed at.
So piece of shit is your go-to.
Yeah. Okay.
You fucking piece of shit. It's like someone cuts me off driving or I bang my shin. It's like, you fucking piece of shit.
All right. Boom. There it is. That's what we call real journalism, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
That's just human, dude. There's no spin on it. I'm not trying to be cute or clever.
No.
That's the real, you know?
Yeah. You're just it's pure guttural reaction. That's what it is. It's animalist. It's animal. It's primal.
You got it. Got it.
I want to know this, Jonah. So obviously we talked about your collaboration with Adidas. I want to know really quickly, can you let us know what the name of the brand was that you were going to launch before Adidas came knocking? Because that's the whole timeline, right? You had grand designs to launch your own shit, but then you're like, why would I start from zero if I can just work with the best?
Yeah, Adidas is empowering you, just like you want to empower people. That's literally what happened, right?
Yeah, we were like getting ready to do it, and it would have been really fun. There were two options that like I was considering, and
Surf Jews.
No. One was an existing brand that I was gonna join, and we'd all become one thing.
You can't probably say too much, right?
I can't say it, but it's a really good brand that I love and I should support on here actually specifically.
Oh yeah,
because I can't give away.
You can't give it away.
It was going to become like a combination.
I have a guess based on other things intimate things that I know about you, being my close personal celebrity friend. Excuse me, but I won't say because I don't want to show your hand. But I have an idea.
Well, let's
you can send it on the chat. You can send it on the chat, and I'll confirm.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because I get to chat with Jonah, ladies and gentlemen. I get that privilege
on the Zoom chat. We all know what that is. You know what it is. And then nope.
No, but you get why I would guess that, right? Thank you. That's if you know, you know. All right. Anyway, moving on. Sorry.
That is.
And I should mention also the Beastie Boys doc, which I worked on for a year because it's out right now.
Well, you're the fourth. You're up top. We called you the fourth Beastie Boy.
Yeah, no, that was amazing, and working with them for a year and Spike, like I'm really proud of how that came out, and the guys seem really happy, and that makes me super stoked, and it was great.
Jonah, can I ask you a question? Every time we have a guest on,
and it's on Apple Plus, Beastie Boys story. So
absolutely, peep that. Shit is incredible. Jonah, every time we have someone on, some type of musical reference or a song or an artist that gets brought up, that informs the outro music. What's your favorite Beastie Boys song ever? If you had to pick one, and we'll make that the outro music. But I want you to pick.
Professor Booty.
Done.
That's my favorite Beastie Boys song.
Have you, like Lawrence and myself, have you been walking around in the crib during quarantine and going, "It's a quarantine"?
No, yeah,
just us. All right.
No, I don't do that.
What?
I don't do it either. I told them yesterday that was a funny joke. I told them yesterday.
I would never do that, James. So.
I want to ask you this, Jonah. What do you miss the most about pre-quarantine life? Like, what really gnaws at Jay Hill's soul?
I think I don't realize how much you literally hug your friends and your family.
Facts.
Dude.
Or just sitting on the couch close to a homie. Like my friends and I from high school, we have a night every week that we either go to one of our houses, and we've been doing it on Zoom here. And it's just it's the outside of your life. Like, you know what I mean? It's like my night to guys' night, whatever you want to call it, like corny as that is, whatever we call it
pod night here at Throne.
That's what we call it. We call it pod night. But not a different pod.
Oh, you're being serious. I thought you were joking.
Oh, we literally call it pod night.
What does it stand for? If not a podcast.
It's an inside joke because we watch just the weirdest shit, like Bad Reality, but weird box, anything weird, right?
Listen to POD maybe.
No, it's not music. I would never do that, James. Again, I would never do that. Please relax. But they it's what's a good example? Well, here's where it comes from. There was a Showtime After Dark show about what was it about? It was about couples that are polyamorous, where they have, and so a three-way relationship was called a pod.
Wow.
Oh,
they called it a pod, and so it was originally the three of us who started it, so we called it the pod.
Perfect. That's beautiful, dude.
So are you guys doing reality TV? Are you doing like movie night where one homie gets to pick the movie that everyone watches?
It's nothing good, so it's trash. Or sometimes it could be good, like the Gawker doc was one. You know, like just like if it's dealing with trash, if it's
Smut.
trash, yeah, like the challenge,
the lowbrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we order like a burger. You eat unhealthy for a night. And it's fun, right? We're old guys now, so it's like
it's boys being boys. It's guys being dudes.
It's lads on tour.
It's lads on tour. It's a fucking pod, baby.
And it's funny how much I look forward to it. It's tonight, actually, after Ezra.
Oh, hell yeah. Yo, you're having the best day ever, dude. I'm happy that we can kick this off for you, homie.
I'm trying, dude. I'm in the fight for positivity. That's where I live.
Is that the first thing you're doing when COVID ends and quarantine's over? Are you getting together with the fucking boys and ordering burgers, queuing up the trash on the that's what it is?
That's gotta be
what it is. And seeing, Gianna's family's on the East, like people's families on the East Coast, and like just seeing people that we can't see.
Yeah.
That have been trapped in or not trapped, but like quarantining in other places.
Isolated, yeah.
But mostly you don't realize, like, as weird it is, like hugging your sister or your dad or mom, like it's weird to see them or my nephews. I'll hug my nephews. I'll like fucking do something fun with my nephews, like take them surfing or go to the movie, that shit like that, like just hanging with the boys. Those are like my other crew. Those guys, they're like 10 and 12, so they're funny shit.
Are they fitted? Like, are you giving them advice on fits and johns?
Dude, they fucking imagine this. Okay, you're the 10-year-old's like, I don't give a fuck about you. I care about Fortnite. Okay,
hell yeah.
Okay, he's like gamer. And he'll wear cool stuff, like G will get him like Noah or something, and he'll for his birthday, and he'll rock it, and he's cute, but he doesn't give a fuck. He's cool. He's like, it's not even my
He's Leo. He's like Leo in that room.
Yeah, he's Leo. He's like good looking, like doesn't give a fuck. He's like, you guys are fucking on the wrong shit. And he's great. Like he texts us like we'll be like, yo, how are those brownies? And he's like, what up? And he's like 10.
What up?
Like, what up? He's a legend. Josh is like 13, just turned 13. So imagine you're 13 years old. All your friends give a fuck about are sneakers and Travis Scott and Supreme Palace.
Yeah. And it's our average listener. It's literally our average listener.
It is. And then I'm your uncle.
Yeah.
And I'm directing a Travis Scott video and you're sitting at the monitor with Travis Scott, right?
Fire.
So it's like, I don't know how they process it, but I think the older one is like, we get him Palace shit, or we like, he for his birthday, he's not spoiled, but like, I think it's like for what he's into. I mean, I'm excited to like when my shoe drops, that's probably gonna be awesome for him,
Yeah.
And him and all his homies just saw Superbad.
Oh, wow.
For the first time?
Yeah. So him and
what
all
an honor.
He's like, that's my favorite movie, dude.
If I had 3 wishes, one wish would be to be neuralized like Men in Black, so I could watch Superbad for the first time again, just one more time, because it's the best.
Man, I've been thinking a lot. I wish I could go back. It's kind of fucked up, right? It's like,
how many times have you seen Superbad? You said you'd never watch your movies. How many times have you seen that?
Oh, dude, so many times we would walk in like halfway through or 3/4 of the way through, because it was like. And I've had movies play really well, like the Jump Street movies that are like rowdy and fun, or This Is the End, or Wolf of Wall Street, that play rowdy.
Yeah.
This is like nothing you've ever seen in your life. Like it was like felt like being a rock star. That was the closest I'll ever feel to being a rock star. When we'd walk out after me, Michael, and Chris, and like
in out of like a movie theater.
Like, when people watch the surprise, like the audience doesn't know, and this is like when the first night it comes out. And it plays crazy and people are like screaming. You're like, this is insane. And you're waiting for like certain jokes because they get a crazy reaction. Then
they slap, dude. They slap.
Slappers only.
Yeah.
Slappers only.
I'll tell you, man, people like whatever, like it's cool to see. It's cool to see the movies I've like had the most involvement in, like the Jump Street movies and of like writing and producing. And then like, obviously mid-90s. When in mid-90s or something, when something hits someone emotionally, like that's a really cool feeling. It's an amazing feeling. But when fucking big jokes coming up when you're in the crowd, you're just like, you never feel more confident, and you're just like, I'm the man,
Yeah.
Like, because it's like, it's the we all struggle with confidence, but it's like, you're like, oh my God, like you're like mouthing along and you kind of know it's coming up, and then boom, and then the whole fucking theater starts laughing. There's no bigger like shot of heroin that you could ever have in your entire life. You know, it's not that it's even good because it's like ego and bad stuff, but like,
exactly.
It's just psycho. The feeling.
It works. It worked.
It's indulgent. It's the ultimate indulgence. That's like the fact that the fact that we're potting with you right now, and we know that on Monday we get to announce this. We're going to be riding that same self-masturbatory high until the second the promo comes out. That's show business, baby, right?
Yeah, dude,
great.
It used to define my happiness in a lot of ways, and then I realized it wasn't happiness.
Yeah.
Right? But sitting there with like Phil and Chris and Chan, you know, like
who you made it with,
watching Jump Street Kill is like, and then we get dinner after. Like those are great memories, you know, of like friendship.
Yeah, male friendship,
homies. Yeah, happy with the friends. Happy with the homies. Happy that we all made a banger.
I'd like to think that this podcast not about Johns or culture or anything. It's about male friendship. That's what we've built here. That's what we like to share with people every week. You get it, bro. That's why you're here.
Well, I'm like jealous in a way. Like I asked Ezra to do his show because when I did it in New York, I used to do it like every once in a while. Like when New York, when I was like prepping mid-90s and had like nothing, you know, like no social life. It was so fun. It'd be like Despot and Ezra and his cousin Asher, and we'd like. Ezra's one of my favorite people to just fucking laugh and talk about culture with, and like he's so smart and his takes are so funny and smart. So it's like engaging. It's like being in a game of chess. It's fun as shit. So I was like, dude, I'm so bored. Can I do the radio? And he was like, yeah.
Jonah, as you know, we are a classy podcast. We are above board. I think Chuck just took a piss.
No.
In the dark.
He did the respectful thing. He went to the name with the black background.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the class act move. Yeah.
Video off, mic off, video off. Get your piss off. Tap back in with the
and just like name in like Times New Roman font, like on the black background, like just elegant. It's good.
It's a classy font.
We saw him wash his hands with the Aesop. Jonah, I want to ask you this real quick. So our other close personal, not even remotely as successful nor as famous celebrity friend Adam Pally, he says that when he gets a check from a recently canceled TV show or like a Twix commercial that he's in, what he does is he makes a splurge purchase out the gate to get it out of his system. That's just like something his dad told him.
celebration.
Yeah. Let's just say that you theoretically get a big paycheck from a project. Like, what's the first big splurge you make when that check cleared?
Is it a watch? What are you doing? A house?
A whip?
Yeah, crib. What's the deal?
$50 gift card at Gasoline Alley. Like, what is it?
Yeah.
I think like when I was younger, like I got a couple watches or something, and that was like really fucking cool and exciting.
Yeah.
And then now it's not, I'm just like, is it a high that'll go away? That's what I think about now. Cause like obviously shopping is as much as a drug as like gambling or, you know, whatever.
100%.
Like all that shit, success, whatever. It's all kind of like a drug to kind of like fill a void. So it's not like, I'm about to go out and get a whip, you know?
Do you think that guys like that listen to this show?
I have a truck. That's like the nicest purchase I made is like a truck.
On a serious note, Jonah, do you think that the younger guys who are listening that are maybe like just starting their career and maybe they get that first promotion or they fucking secure that first bag, do you think that they should think critically about how they spend that money and like why they're spending it, like emotionally? Because like saving it is obviously the smarter thing.
Dude, you can't when you're young. You can't. It's impossible. Yeah. Anyone in that position, I mean, I hope they would. They definitely should. But there's no fucking way. Like, if you're 23, you're going to be an asshole. You're going to spend your money on dumb shit. You're going to, you're not fit to have that stuff or responsibility.
Sure.
You know what I think that we've realized is that, like, if you want to become a better informed consumer, like, and we always preach, like, cop less, cop better, you do have to like fuck up along the way.
Yeah.
You understand your mistakes where it's like, wow, I made that purchase and I never wore it or I never used it. So I'm not going to repeat that mistake. Instead, I'm going to like look at the things that I still have around and that I still use and still rock. And I'm going to like kind of lean towards that end of the spectrum.
That takes some maturity, my friend. I'm just getting there now of like, will I wear this once a week?
Have you bought like
If I don't wear it once a
that
week,
you haven't worn? Like, do you have pieces that are you're like, damn, I've owned this for 5 years and I haven't even taken it out for a test drive? Or are you like getting use out of your stuff now?
a couple, but I hate to be wasteful, you know, and like, you know, you could always give it to charity, which is awesome. But a couple things I bought that were just like crazy loud. You're like, when am I going to do this again?
Yeah.
Like the Frankenstein Prada shirt.
Oh yeah.
I copped it and I was like, I'm like Lil Uzi Vert right now. And,
On my Jeff
like,
Goldblum shit.
Yeah.
yeah, like I can't like, you know, if I roll into our production office and go meet with like Eric Roth and I'm wearing like the Frankenstein Prada shirt, I don't know if he's going to fuck with me. You know?
Yeah, right, for sure.
Like, oh, I thought my little Uzi vertical was at 3:00.
Yeah, exactly.
And he looks great in it, but it's
Yeah.
like, I wonder, like, do those guys just pop tags and like throw them away? Like,
Yes,
No, I think
1,000%. They homies, the homies.
They flow to the homies, yeah.
Yeah.
that's cool.
All right, Jonah, I want to get into the third and final segment. It's a controversial one. You took up
We're running out of time because I'm getting hot.
Well, this is going to be super quick. We're going to run
We're
through
wrapping
it.
up, baby.
Jonah, you're obviously, you know, your favorite style icon's favorite style icon. That's how
Bingo.
we build you in the first time that we potted with you. So what we want to know is, you know, for the 17, and it might even be 18 million because we got the Jonah Hill bump.
Boom.
Yeah.
For the listeners at home around the world, if they're looking to level up their style, what's the first piece of advice you give to them? Foundational from bottom up. If they're just starting out, what should they do?
I think they should love their body, know their body, and don't try and dress like the people you are into if you're different. Accept that you're different and figure out your own thing that works for you. You know? And I think that's like it's hard to do, but you're like super bummed when like, I'm sure if you're tall and skinny and you want to be whatever, you're too skinny or you're too big or whatever. It's like, you're just like, fuck, like I don't look like Robert Pattinson when I wear that shit. And so it took a minute for me to like figure out how to just go like, word, okay, this is what I look good in. I can do my own variation on that, you know? And I think that's good advice.
I'm not 4'10". I can't wear Jenkos like Lil Jacuzzi vertical.
There's a great Kanye quote when he was fake beefing with Wiz Khalifa. He's like, yo, I wish I was tall and skinny and I could wear cool pants, but I'll settle on being the greatest artist of all time.
Incredible.
The best.
And he said clothes look great on you. He
acknowledged it. He acknowledged it.
Jonah, you mentioned that
that's genius.
We're about to wrap it up here, Jonah, but you mentioned that, you know, Chuck and Chef, they should talk more. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the mics over to them. They're going to come off mute, and in 60 seconds of thirst, they're going to ask you anything, pitch you on anything. After that, it's constructive criticism, and then we're out of here.
All right,
First up, Chuck.
Hey, Jonah. You have great taste in music. You've put me onto some great shit. Shout out rising artist Herbie Hancock. He's about to blow up. I was wondering if you could direct a music video for any song, new or old, what would it be?
Wow.
Fucking great question. Goddamn.
Wow. Chuck. I'm blown away, dude. Amazing question.
You've already done some great music video work, but I'm wondering like dream scenario.
Going back, you got to give it up for Spike. I mean, Spike Jonze's music videos are like probably as much as his skate videos or movies. Like those videos were like made it cool to be a director, where you like knew who the director was.
Who's a bigger goat in multiple disciplines and like specific ones, like you said, music videos, skate videos, and then man's won an Oscar, right? Like, you know,
he does live shows. He did a live documentary. He's a special fucking. He's dude. The guy's he's taught me more.
Do you guys surf? Do you guys surf together?
We do. We do. Spike's good. He's better than me, but he's goofy and I'm regular, so he likes lefts and I like rights. You know,
perfect.
Shaka bra, you know what I mean?
No, the fuck.
Well, you know that's the yin yang. That's a surf Jew yin yang. That's you and Spike, baby.
Yeah, exactly. I surf with Mike D a lot because he lives near he has 2 sons who are awesome. Shout out, his son VNP, very nice person, incredible artist, dude. Look up very nice person. Fucking sick.
Hell
sick
yeah.
music. Like genuinely good. Like I wouldn't put it on if it sucked, you know. But like, yeah, those Spike videos where you're like,
do you have a favorite?
Yeah, my favorite is the Fatboy Slim one where Spike's dancing and he won the award and
So sick.
He's from the Torrance like dance community. Like that shit is him channeling Yauk, like MCA, right? That's on some like hornblower, like performance art, like Andy Kaufman shit. And that is just to me.
Is that for? I'm looking it up. Is that the Rockefeller Skank, the audition video? Yeah,
no, it's not the audition one. It's outside the theater. It's Praise You.
I'd like to praise.
Well, that's the Rockefeller Skank is the name of the song, but yeah, that's.
Oh yeah, right. They do auditions and then they go to the thing.
Yeah,
but he won the MTV award and he accepted it as whatever that guy's name is.
Would you rather that be the outro music or the Beasties song you said earlier?
No, Professor Booty.
Done. Okay.
All right, speaking of Professor Booty, Chef, 30 seconds of thirst. Chef is the new heartthrob of the podcast.
Yeah.
I tweet that award onto him.
Look at this handsome bastard.
What's up, Chef? What's up, Chef?
What up?
I love that.
All right, my question is going to be like the flip side of Chuckles' question almost. Obviously, like mid-90s had a fire soundtrack. I remember we talked about this at the Crosby Hotel, the Morrissey sync that you had that was fucking fire. And I know that Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross did the soundtrack for that. I want to ask, a lot of like directors kind of have their artist partners that make music for their movies too. Like, for example, Gia Coppola and Dev Hynes or whatever. For your next flick, you're friends with a lot of artists like Ezra and, even Travis Scott, from everybody from Ezra to Travis Scott, which is a crazy range. For your next project, who do you think is an artist that you think would write music that fits the vibe?
Another great question.
Killing it. They rose to the occasion.
You guys did great. Great.
Thank you.
And thank you for your compliment.
Thanks, man.
So I'm doing a doc and then a narrative at the same time, 2 different, because docs take a long fucking time to do, and you can do them in like chunks, right? So on those 2 films, I will always ask Trent and Atticus to do the score. I think the music's beautiful. I know a lot of people are like using it as temp music before they do their scores on like movies that are being cut now. I'm very proud of that music and I'm so grateful. Like those are my favorite composers that they did my film. So I'm assuming they had a good time because it was like a lovely experience and we always are sending love. So I'm going to ask them, I'd like to collaborate with them for all my films. Someone who did a commercial with me, an Instagram commercial, which I loved the music, and he did original music for, who I would use also if Trent and Atticus were busy or something. My friend Ariel Rekshad, who produces like Vampire Weekend and Haim and tons, every like cool.
Ezra name dropped him a bunch on the pod. He said he's like the unofficial member of Vampy Week.
He's like
Chef.
He's like the best guy. He's the funniest guy. He's like the homie, and he is so fucking talented. So he had never scored anything. So I was like, yo, score this Instagram commercial to like jump off his like taste for getting into that, because he's the illest producer. And he fucking smashed it. So whatever, it's an Instagram commercial. I'm actually proud of them. They were doc interviews kids about like bullying and shit.
Oh yeah, this was fire. This was great stuff.
Yeah, I like those a lot. And the music is fucking. Ariel killed it. So
I'm gonna go back and listen because I don't remember it, but I remember the ad being like fantastic. So clearly the music was really good. I'm gonna go back and definitely fucking earmark that shit.
Hits you in the chest.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Right in the
thanks. Yeah, and you should. Yeah, because he's the man. Ariel's also the man, dude.
Fire.
All right,
Thank you, Chef.
Randy
Thank you, Chuck.
winning. Ariel Rection.
Chuck and Chef, thank you for bringing us to our last segment, Jonah. Before we
What
wrap
the
it up
fuck?
here.
You said that this was like the last segment, like 20 segments ago.
Yeah.
Well,
yes.
it's called, it's why I won a Pulitzer. But no, this is absolutely the last one. Constructive criticism, Jonah. It's been like a year and a half since we last connected on the pod.
Wow, that's really been that long since we did the interview.
Does it feel? It feels
like October 2018, I think.
How long?
Right around
the 90s came out ago. Like it was that. The release, the press.
Time is crazy.
Time flies. A lot of stuff has happened since then, and obviously, we followed your professional career, your fits, your personal life. We may or may not be stalking you. I don't know. Yeah. But we just want to see you. Obviously, you're doing pretty good, but we want to see you really, really thrive out here. So we want to offer up some constructive criticism before we boot you out of here.
Criticism is so important.
It's constructive, though, so take it or leave it. It's only meant to build you up, not tear you down. First up, as we all know, you were a resident of New York. You moved back to LA. We understand why maybe, it's the center of like the industry that you're in. But move back to New York, baby. We got we got the fucking juice. We got the energy. LA's got the vibes. New York's got the fucking energy. Come back home.
Yeah, man.
God, I respect it, man.
Gasoline Alley misses you, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I miss Gasoline Alley, dude. And there's a lot I miss about New York. Like, so much of it, the energy, really the energy, just like the movement and like amount you can feel and do in a day. Yeah. And like just be bored, but you had fun.
Yeah.
Sure. Just bouncing around, dude, like a fucking electron through Soho. Yeah.
It's downtown. Like very like kinetic and it's like exactly off, right?
I got a nice couch you can crash on. Lawrence has a second bedroom while you're looking for a new place. So
whatever you need, bro.
Yeah.
Don't even hesitate to reach out. Again, your goo up in my phone. I know to pick it up if it's you. Here's the second piece of constructive criticism, Jonah. Okay. Listen, we're already assuming, and this is why you're hitting up your production partner at Strong Baby. I believe his name was Matt, right? We already know that you're going to write and direct the Throne Fits biopic. We already know. But here's my question. Who do you think who should play me and James? Real quick. Off the top, who would you cast? And who do you cast to play you?
I just want to say to my New Yorkers, my family's out here, which is a big reason why I moved out here.
Sure, there you go. No one's holding your move against you, by the way.
Bi-coastal. Be bi-coastal.
Yeah. Okay, so let's cast.
You got to cast James, you got to cast Larry, and you got to cast you. That's it. No. And maybe Chuck and Chef.
Sure. Chuck and Chef. I'm going Tim Chalamet.
Oh, wow.
I always knew I was hot.
Okay.
Damn,
James. Can I ask what race you are so I don't get canceled?
Ooh, smart.
Yeah, for sure. I am half Japanese, half white.
Okay.
But whatever, like you can go, you can.
No, you can't, James.
You're a TikToker.
No, I'm so careful and respectful about identities of
I understand. Maybe like a young Keanu. I don't know.
You half Japanese?
Half Japanese.
Old Keanu. Not even young. He looks better than you, James.
Keanu.
Yeah, he looks better than you, fucking raggedy ass bitch.
It's a quarantine beard.
Fuck.
I don't know.
I don't know who's half Japanese. I need a casting list of like half Japanese, half white actors.
Maybe Ernie, or speaking of Surf Ninjas, Ernie Reyes Jr.
Wow. Okay. Yes. Ernie Reyes Jr. And then Larry.
I'm just Jewish, so you can do whatever for me, bro. A lot of options.
I know you got a lot of, because you got Italians, Jews. Like we got some good options.
I'm seeing like a young Robert Duvall, actually. Like
you look like a young Robert Duvall.
I like the sound of that, boy.
With the thinning hair.
Oh, okay. Well, now that's just me.
Easy.
Hey, we're all friends. Hey.
Okay, so Larry, we gotta go. I mean, could be me for sure.
Oh, wow.
You want to play? Yo, that's the biggest.
If I'm deciding to act and direct like Bradley Cooper style, like I might.
Well, if Shia is not available to play me, I think you're a pretty good backup plan.
Right.
Larry is the role of a lifetime.
In the role. Yeah.
Well, who would play Chef then? And then who would play you? And let's close it out.
And Chef is
someone's playing me. Someone's playing me.
Yeah, someone's going to play you and your role in this story.
I'm directing the movie, playing you, and then someone's playing me.
Yeah, and you're right, and you're writing it and producing it.
It's like Honey Boy, where Shia is playing someone else.
Yes, exactly.
Very good comparison.
Wow.
Jeff, I would say Lucas Hedges, my boy.
Ooh.
But I want to. What race are you? I want to be.
I'm Indian, so
Dev Patel. You got limited options. This is the problem with Hollywood.
No, right? Dev Patel would be great. He's a great guy too, and a great actor. Okay.
Representation matters.
Jonah.
Thank you for coming on to the only podcast that matters.
It was an utter delight. You guys are fucking great. I'm proud. I'm happy. I've contributed in any way to your legacy, and I
you are the legacy. You're all we got, dog.
No, dude, and I love watching you guys grow as entertainers, clearly writers. What you're interested in, what you're doing, fucking keep going.
We'll start the clock. We'll start the clock now. We'll see you in a year and a half, baby.
We need one screen cap.
Can we get
a screen cap of all of us?
Jonah Hill Day this year.
Oh well,
summer,
dude.
Zoom.
I mean,
Zoom Jonah Hill Day?
Should we zoom it with the whole throwing fits? Like,
I mean, we do like real talk. We do a live Zoom with fans. Like, if you were to hop in for a little bit, that would be fucking gas.
That's not how this works, bro. You're celebrating Jonah Hill Day. That's one thing.
Yeah. Wait, Jonah, before you leave, can we get one?
I used to have my own day, like my own holiday. And then now you're like, yeah, you could jump in on a Zoom that we do on Thursday. Like, thanks, James.
The Jonah Hill Zoomie.
Yeah.
All right, Jonah, thank you, man.
Thanks, bro. You're the fucking best, man.
Chef, hit that fucking outro music.
Sure.
Yes, I got